Hello YouTube fans, this is TheSkullKlown. I want to talk about this since I talked about it in my other videos a little bit, but I want to talk about it more here. As you can tell from the title, Donkey Kong and King Kong are racist. Now I'm going to put racist in quotations because I want to say this. With King Kong, they depict us very well in King Kong. And they also depict us, other YouTubers have talked about this, most likely. But I haven't really looked at a lot of videos of it. I know people have mentioned King Kong is like a representation of us. So is Godzilla. But I'm not here to talk about Godzilla versus Kong. I've talked about it, but I could talk more about it, like, eventually. Or whenever I feel like it. But, yeah. If you, Kong, basically, you know how Kong is going after the Orc woman? And you have the native tribe that worship Kong, right? And the native tribe are kind of like dark-skinned people, So they even did that in the original Kong versus Godzilla. They literally made the natives, they got Asians, and they put fucking blackface on them. Yeah, I remember seeing that in that movie, and I'm like, people like this movie. It's funny. There's certain things that people will get away with. But when it comes to Warner Brothers Senso 11, if you don't know about that, they don't want that to come out. But yeah, Kong and Godzilla had it, and it's fine. The original. But that movie's still fun, still good. Especially if you see it in a higher mind. So, I haven't watched the new Doctor Strange movie, which I want to so bad. So fucking goddamn bad. But I will eventually. I recently did saw the new Chip and Dale movie, so look forward to that as an Enlightenment video, and from another video too for my CHUCKY channel. But my main YouTube channel that I do like video game reviews and movie reviews. So anyways, King Kong is obsessed with this orc woman, and he kills his own tribe, he kills his own people to get to her. Donkey Kong was the same way when he first got introduced. The whole story with Donkey Kong is that Mario abused his pet monkey and his girlfriend, and Donkey Kong kidnapped Mario's girlfriend, Paulina, basically. That's the whole story for the original Donkey Kong. But if you look at it in our way, it's almost like Mario was the white man whipping us, and then for us getting revenge, we took their wives, basically. Not basically kidnapping them, but their wives fell in love with us, so and then Donkey Kong 2, in Donkey Kong 2 you have the white man Mario kidnapping the brother Donkey Kong, and his son has to save him, and he has to go through hardships and everything, the platforms and all that. He has to go through electricity stuff, and he has to climb through stuff just to get his dad. Mario's a dick in the second one. And then Donkey Kong 3, in Donkey Kong 3, you have Stanley, Mario's cousin. What happens is that DK goes to a greenhouse, and he starts bothering the bugs, and then the bugs start going after Stanley. So, not that much of a viewpoint. Maybe I mean, Papa can talk about it. It's like a brother telling these, the nature insectoids, I guess, to help him to destroy an orc. That's the only way I can think about it. So, because we do have nature insects here, guys. So it's almost like with the Dracos. There's good Dracos and bad Dracos. There's good insectoids and bad insectoids. But some of them are part of nature and some of them are not. These orcs, they're not part of nature at all. So, because these wicked ones, they have done really bad things and they became in low vibration. So. And plus, even if there was an insectoid that wasn't wicked, they won't probably be around their lower half, because they're in high vibration, they're wicked ones are the low vibration. So why would they meet each other, for example? And if they did, most likely one would die and the other one won't, because one is more high vibration than the other, For crying out loud, they had that Mantis chick from the Avengers, man. They told you. Imagine that as a sister, you know? So, so what else can I talk about with Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong 64. Let me talk about that. Donkey Kong 64. Also, I want to point out too, Mario in Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong and Mario are going after reptilians, right? Because in the Donkey Kong Country series, he's going after King K. Rool. And Mario's going after Bowser, the King Koopa, you know? So, and when Mario jumps, you know, that famous jump, if you look at it, it's a Nazi symbol. From what I've saw and everything like that. I've seen, even some orcs have talked about it, and I was like, nah, they're probably seeing some shit. But I looked at a picture online showing the swastika connecting literally to what Mario, like, his iconic jump and shit like that. So, when I saw that shit, I'm like, huh, okay. So Mario's supposed to be Hitler, right? And going after these reptilians. And Donkey Kong is supposed to be a brother going after these reptilians. You know, it's just thinking. I'm just thinking. You know, just thinking. You know. But going back, Donkey Kong 64. Donkey Kong 64 is probably the most what you call racy game that Nintendo's ever put out. You have Chunky Kong in the beginning of the DK rap that literally has an afro. I remember as a kid, even as a kid, when I was playing the Donkey Kong Country games, like I didn't play them on the Super Nintendo as a kid, but later on, like on the Game Boy, I did. When I saw Diddy Kong, when you get the flagpole in DK2, and Diddy does a guitar thing, and he has glasses and a hat and everything like that, I'm all like, why is he doing that? A long time ago as a kid, I always said that Donkey Kong was a what we call a black person or an Afro person. So when I thought of that a long time ago, I really didn't say it out loud because I thought at first I thought something was wrong with me, you know. But no, all what I was seeing is what Nintendo was putting out, or Rare. Some people say Rare was kind of fucked up for doing this shit. But at the same time, look at Nintendo. You do realize some of these Asians don't like us, right? They hate us, guys. Why they hate us? They hate us, not look, these normal Caucasians. You think they hate us, but the Asians, they hate us even more. Why? Because look at the shit that you see in China and Japan. What is one thing that they have that they always show? The dragon. They always want to be that, and they know they can't. They know they saw beings like that, and they worship it, but they want to be it so much, and they can't. Why do you think they have it again? Why do you think they have it everywhere in the culture? Why does China and Japan, so different from each other, yes, there's different types of dragons, but yet they have the symbols of dragons, you know? And it's all over the world. It's not just, again, China and Japan. When you look at it, you'd be like, And yes, you could tell which one is from China and Japan. But at the same time, that should tell you something that they both knew about the dragon. You know? So, and that dragon, and some of those dragons were us. Not all of us are dragons, not all of us are angels. Each and every one of us are different. Alright? Some of us are dragons. Some of us are not. Like the guy from FL to Earth, that new show on Showtime, you should watch it. I watched the 2 episodes, it's really good. But he throws up basically money, like gold. And when I saw that, I'm like, he's a dragon. He's a dragon. And he can be rich all his life. All he has to do is throw that up and put it in a pawn shop. And they give him like a whole bunch of money. Maybe not a lot of money because, you know, he's a brother. You know, if they ever put that aspect in the show, you know. Sometimes I like when they do that. Why? Because it's real and they point out something that's still a thing. Because people like to think that that's not a thing, you know? So going back to Donkey Kong 64, you pick every instrument like a jazz group, and people have pointed this out too. And you have different instruments. And Candy Kong gives everybody a kiss. And the way she's dressed too. She's like a prostitute and stuff like that. Even when I first saw Candy Kong, I was like, Nintendo? Even when you played Crash Bandicoot, you see Crash's girlfriend and you're like, what the fuck? You know? You could, like, look, I get it. They're trying to pay homage to the Looney Tunes classics of, the Jessica Rabbit type figure, you know? That's what they were trying to do. That's what they say they do. But, at the same time, man. At the same time, they had a sister in display. And even when she died, they still had her in display. All the way up to 63 or 65. They had her, 70, 75 or 70. Somewhere around the 70s. And they literally had her corpse still hanging there for people to watch her naked. Because people were looking at her body and these orcs, and they couldn't believe it. Like her body, like she had thick thighs, nice ass, thick, big ass and shit like that. Something that you see nowadays that people would be like, oh shit, that's like a fake ass and shit, like Nicki Minaj type shit. But no, she had a real ass like that, you know? So the reason I mention that is because they will treat all women like that and then depict them in video games like what you see Candy Kong is. Or also White from the short from Warner Brothers called Black and Seven Dwarves, Seaweed Dwarves. So anything else I could talk about with Donkey Kong 64 and other things with Donkey Kong? Because I don't think there's anything else with King Kong that I can think of as of right now. But with Donkey Kong, he is a brother. I'm sorry to say it, guys, you might be offended about it, but he's a brother. And when I first saw Donkey Kong, also, the version that we all know now, not the old school version, the one that we know now, when I saw that look for the first time, to be quite honest, when I was a kid, I literally told myself, that's offensive. That's offensive. I was young, now I'm older. Do I still look at that as probably offensive? Probably. I'm not gonna change your mind or anything like that. If you still think it's offensive, it is. Do I think it is? Somewhat yes and no. The reason I say no is because I know more, and I'm not gonna react to emotions that if I can know and process it in my head, and also in my heart, in a spiritual way too, to know why the fuck they depict us like this. Again, most people be like, to make fun of us and everything. I'm like, yeah, but you guys are all acting like that's like the only thing. Remember, they're obsessed with us. You have a sick-hate relationship with us. So, kind of like in the Looney Tunes racist shorts, the Warner Brothers racist shorts, some, like I said before, I even pointing this out, some of us had those big lips, and we depicted ourselves in statues in busk also with big lips. So, again, look at Kemet, Egypt. Look at those statues on those with the pharaohs and the queens and shit like that, They were, they were standing up tall and shit like that. And they had big lips, and big noses and shit, so. It's just, in the cartoon form, they just exaggerated on it. And that's what they did with DK and Diddy Kong and all the cons. They just exaggerated them. Freaking orc pig. So, yeah, they just exaggerated them a bit. And you can still be offended of that if you want to, that's fine. But I'm looking at it in a different viewpoint. I'm not getting offended of certain stuff anymore, man. Because I'm looking at it in a viewpoint of like, hey, for crying out loud, like I even pointed out, when you see some of the menstrual shows they keep mentioning, oh yeah, those N men, but they never say the word nigga. It was fine when they can say that when they were whipping us, but when they were entertaining their audience, they couldn't say it. You gotta think. 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 Most people are like, what are you trying to say? Most people are like, what are you trying to say? You know how I said they were obsessed with us? Remember, they want to be us. Why do you think they do that fucking face, the freaking, what do you think they do, the blackface type of thing? They want to be us. You know, that's the true thing about blackface. When these white folks do it back in the day, they wanted to be us. And yet they hated us because they couldn't be us. So that's why they killed us every Sunday. Just think about that, people. You're religious, right? And if you had the knowledge of you knowing that your people got hanged on Sundays and you go into church on Sundays, what does that tell you? Yeah. So overall, what else can I say with DK? Is that again, you all fighting a reptile. That's the whole point of the DK series. Now it's different, but they might bring King K. Rool back because they put him in Smash Brothers, which was awesome, by the way. I'm glad they did that. But and your health bar in that game is watermelons, which I have mentioned. So yeah, shit is crazy with that game. And there's other shit in that game too that I probably could mention that I probably am forgetting, because there's other stuff that you can get. They're all like golden coconuts. No, not golden, silver coconuts that look silver, like money type of shit. The only thing that is not in the game is dice. In a way, I guess the only dice that there is you, because you can't playing through that game because there's so much shit you have to do in that game. But that's really it, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think down below. And peace. And if you want me to make another video of this, I will.